Welcome friends. Today we're drawing a capybara. It's super cute and easier than you think. I'm starting with the top of the head and it has a slight arc to it, and then the end of their nose is kind of boxy but again has an arc that goes a little bit back, and then that's sort of their chin and it's arced and it comes down. So they have small ears, but they're not just like rounded on the top like a mouse. They kind of have a little hook in them, a little piece out of them, so I'm trying to show that. It's simple. You could do it with just a curve. And then I'm looking to see where that head comes onto the other side of the ear to make the curve, and then the curve for the neck. So I'm doing the face first if you don't want to do the whole body. And those two little dots, they're kind of like number sixes, pointing to a Y, but they don't fully make a Y. And then a backwards J for the line to the mouth. I'm creating this one with a closed eye, but you can experiment with all different kinds of eyes. And I'm just adding a few lines where I would put a little pink cheek if I were going to put this in color. I'm going to do it in the black pen, but I will show you what I would do with the color at the end. So, and then a few little whiskers coming off on each side. So once we've done the head, I'm trying to show you where I measure for the body. It's like 2.5 times the size of the head, and I'm marking a line. They're really longer than that, but we kind of want to give the illusion that he's just short and plump. So, and he's wider at the bottom. So I'm going to add some curves going like inward for the neck, and then out for the shoulder, and then inward for the body, and then out for the hip. You can really do it with a big balloonish curve, but I'm just trying to show a little bit of what I might do, a little in and out of a wave. But that is definitely optional, right, where that's the hip. And then I'm going to mark like the center of him where I'm going to do the two legs coming down. And you can do them farther apart as well, but I'm putting them pretty close together so then you can see the little toes of the back feet as well. So they have a slight curve, and then at the foot they wing out just a little bit where I'm going to put the little feet, but it's curved in, and then as I get to the bottom where the foot is, it just wings out a little bit. And then their toes, when you look at the photo that I had of them, right, you see the three little toes coming forward, and they have a little webbing, which must be why they're such great swimmers, in between the toes, but it's farther back than like a duck would be. So I'm trying to show that little curve there of what makes them able to swim. And then I'm just rounding what's in between his legs and the bottom of the body, and we're going to have these little back feet poking out from his plump little behind. So again, it's the three toes coming forward with a little bit of webbing. So it's easy to make him way too long, which is why I showed that part in pencil to sketch it in. And then as you go in, you can bounce the line a little bit. They're not super furry, but they are fur. So I let it have a little bump for the body. And then as these legs come down, right, I'm showing the more smooth coated, and then there's going to be a little fur at the top. So where I'm going on the legs, that's more of a smooth line. And then where these legs come out from the body, the hair can be a little bit longer. And as I'm putting in the toes, these I know I'm going to fill in to be darker. So I'm making them on my pencil lines and then just adding a little bit of shading to them, where if you were going to do the whole thing in color, you might do them in dark brown. I showed that later, but kind of giving you the idea of these dark little feet at the bottom. and then you can give some little lines for hair and going the direction, right, like the curving for under the neck and the back of the head, some little lines. And then I wanted to just make it like he's quite pleased and he's eating, but I decided to have him eating a little flour. Again, on this part, this is something you can mix up what you're going to have him munching on, and some other little greens coming out of his mouth, and maybe a little berry, and just giving that little line something that he's sitting on the ground. And because we did the flower that he's eating, we can have some other little flowers where he's sitting. And in a journal page, I would really do a lot more with the flowers around and the grass. But I'm trying to keep this short because I know you can elaborate all sorts of things and all different kinds of flowers. And because he is pleased and he's happily eating, just adding a heart burst over the head. If you enjoyed drawing the capybara with me, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.